Hello Professor, this is Swaminath. In my previous video, I have demonstrated my required elements. Now I'm going to demonstrate my extract date requirements. I have done. You could see here that I have used LED matrix to display the current status of the range that I enter. Like whenever I change the range, and if the range is if the temperature is out of the range that I give, then there will be a E symbol stating that exceeds or kind of an error. And whenever the temperature comes into the range that I enter, or if I modify the range, then this E symbol will go off. Red LED and E symbol will be on at the same time, and if the temperature is out of range, and this green LED will be on, and this LED matrix will be off when the temperature is within range. Let me show this. Currently, you could see here that I enter a range, say currently green LED is on, showing that it is within range. So the temperature might be in 70s, or 60s. So what I'll go to do is I'm going to enter a value which is out of range, and say 59. So it should be out of range. So now it's showing that this is out of range, and you could see in the terminal that the value that I enter will get popped up there, 55 and 59. Now you could see here that green LED is turned off, this red LED is turned on. You could see here, and LED matrix is showing E symbol, showing error. So the temperature exceeds what I have entered, 55 and 59. And let me go to the table and show that whatever value I entered got reflected. So I'm going to the table, open. You could see here, currently I logged into Swami, and the temperature that I entered is 55 and 15 and got reflected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back again, and currently I'm in the range page, and I'm going to enter a different value, say 58, and let me increase my range so that it comes in the same thing. So I click login. Now it's showing in range, so that my green LED should be turned on now, and red should be turned off, as well as the error message on the LED matrix should disappear. And you could see here, green LED is turned on, red is turned off, and the error message on the LED matrix disappeared. And whatever temperature I enter, it's getting printed here, and this is the password. This is actually only the hashed password. In the previous video I would have wrongly said like the bottom line is the salt key. I'm sorry, but the entire thing is the hash password. You could see here everything is getting printed in one line. Like when I align my video, I just got confused, like it could be a salt key, but when I just gone through my program, I didn't print the salt key. Initially I printed, but later I removed that, so I'm just printing the hashed password. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the table. Sorry, this is my program, just a minute. I'll go to my database table, and you could see here that for Swami I entered 58 and 87. Now it got reflected, showing the temperature is within range. So you could see here that I entered 58 and 87. Initially I entered 59, now 58 and 87. Every information that I do, I print on my terminal for my information, and a client doesn't need to know about these things. So this is for my information. And what I'll do is now is I'll go back, and I can check the status here. status shows it's in range. Yeah, as the temperature currently is 58 and 87 and green LED is turned on. So okay, let me just, currently I am in the range page. Let me just check the authentication for the sessions that I logged in. Like if the session is authenticated and if the session is logged in, then I have created a flask function, say authn. You could see here authn, and whenever I click authn and if the session is logged in, then my URL page will go to welcome page, and if it is not logged in, then my URL page will go to /home1. So let me see whether I am logged in or not. So I click authn, I click enter. So it goes to login page showing you are logged in. So what I am going to do is I click here, I do logout, and now I am going to check whether I have logged out of the session and I logged out of Swami. Now I'll check for authentication whether I'm logged in from the sessions. Click. Now it goes to /home1 page and it will not go to the welcome page. As I'm not logged in, I'm already logged out of the session. So you could see here from this way that I have put a session, I have put a function for checking whether the session is logged in or not, and in this way I could find out. So for example, if I enter a user, says if I enter a random user who is not in the table, and if I enter a password, obviously it will just throw an error, internal server error, and you could see here that it shows the password doesn't match. For example, like I have admin and the password is also admin, and you could see here that if I type some other password, say Swami for admin, if the password also doesn't match, then it will go throw an error again. So every time I fetch the password from the every time I have stored salt key in the database table and I have stored the hash to password. So user will every time fetch the salt key from the user table, and salt key will be added with the password that user enters, and if it matches, then user will be prompted to log in. Otherwise user will be thrown an error, say internal server error. Now I'll enter admin now. So I'll be able to log in now. So I'm logged in, and you could check the authentication status, say now. I'm entering authn and it will go to authentication page. So if I go to range page and again do authn, I apply sessions and I check here, it goes to the login page. From wherever you are, if I check for authentication, if it is successful, I'll redirect the user to the login page. So let me just enter a range for the user. Currently green LED is turned on, showing the user is within range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a value here. Let's say 89 and 99. So for sure this will be out of range and red LED will be turned on, and it's showing it's out of range and red LED is turned on. Now red will be on, green will be off, and LED matrix will show an E symbol showing exits or error. You will see here green is off, red is on, and this is showing an exit symbol. So with this way I'm able to check my sessions as well as I'm able to store a per user limit for each user, and I'm able to check whether the user is logged in or not, and whether the range is in range or out of range, and with that way I'm able to display on the LED as well as on the LED matrix whatever user enters. So what I'll do is I will enter a range, say I'll modify the range, say 74, not 74, let me say 64. 64 and 99, and it shows in range. So I have currently entered 64 and 99 and it shows in range. You would see on the terminal that I have entered 64 and 99. Now what should happen is green LED should be turned on, red should be turned off, and LED matrix should not display anything saying it's in range. So red is turned off, green is turned on, and there is no status on the LED matrix. So now we'll go to the table and see even if it works for this user as well. We have already checked in the previous video. I think there is already one table turned on. Let me just close this table. Let me just close every table that I have. Shit. Yeah, you could see it now. You could see here for admin I have entered 64 and 99 and it got reflected in the table now. So the same value you could see on the terminal that I have entered there. On the terminal it's 64 and 99 and got printed there. So with this way, and you could see just the hashed password as well as it's a very big one, and salt. So every user will be given a unique salt, and I generate a salt for every user. And with this way, I have set a different limits for different users. For Swami 58 and 87 currently, and for admin it's 64 and 99. So I'll close this table and I'll go back to the login page, and currently I'll log out of the session, and now you could see I've logged out of the session. And let me check the authentication. Now currently I'm logged out, I'll check the authentication, and it goes to the /home page showing that it's not logged in. So with this way, I'm able to check whether I'm able to log into the session, log into the salt login page, and I applied salt for protecting my password, and I'm able to modify the limits for the temperature sensor that I use in this way. So that's it, professor. Thanks for watching this video.